Namaste, friends. Welcome to Yoga with Mike. My name is Mike. I'm truly honored to have you here with me today. This class is going to be great for you if you're someone who's relatively new to yoga, but you're starting to get the hang of most of the poses and you're ready to challenge yourself just a little bit. Also, if you're more of an intermediate level practitioner and you want to go back to basics and really refine the foundation of some of your poses, then this class will also be down your alley. Regardless of what your skill level is, keep in mind that you can always take breaks throughout this class. You can hit pause whenever you need. You can take child's pose whenever you need. You can skip poses. You can modify poses, whatever you need to do, you have permission. With that being said, I hope you enjoy, and me and Kensho will meet you on your mat when you're ready. Namaste, friends. Let's meet each other in child's pose. Really just start to settle down here. Let your body soften. Let your mind settle down. And just start to notice what your experience is like. On a physical level, how are you feeling? Do you feel tight or tense? Or do you feel a little more loose and energized, relaxed inside your body? Either way is perfectly fine. And on a mental level, notice, is your mind grounded and present? Or is the mind a little bit more choppy? Sometimes we have thoughts of things that happened previously in our day, or thoughts about something that will happen later in the day. Maybe some emotions are present, whether that be a pleasant emotion or an unpleasant emotion. Again, either way is perfectly fine. Just starting to notice the experience in this moment. And from this place of awareness, we'll start to bring the attention inside the body a little bit deeper. So now we'll start to feel the breath. Start to deepen the breath. Breathe in and out through your nose. Create a little sound to your breath. The Ujjayi breath sounds like waves crashing onto a beach. Take one more deep breath in and out. All right, and let's meet in a tabletop position on our hands and knees. So really press actively through the arms here. Start to wake up the shoulders. Pull the belly button towards the spine. Find some activation in the core. And we'll take some cat-cows. So with an inhale, drop your belly down to your mat as you look up to the ceiling. And as you exhale, round your back, tuck your chin down toward your chest. And we'll do this a couple more times. Inhale, gaze up, lift your chin. And as you exhale, round your back, lift your shoulder blades. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, open the front of your throat. And exhale, round the back. Great job. 1 more time here. Good, and then we'll come back to a flat back in this tabletop position. From here, spin your hands so that your fingers face the sides of your mat. And just go ahead and make some circles. So we'll start by going clockwise. Notice the sensation in the wrists. Notice how far up the stretch goes. Does it go past your elbows or does it stay in the wrists? You can switch directions of your circles. Great. And then find stillness here. Spin your hands so that your fingers face back towards the top of your mat. From here, reach your right arm forwards, and then slowly start to kick your left leg behind you. So we're balancing on the left hand and the right knee. See if you can get your back as flat as you can. Extend your leg even more, and then see if you can reach even further forwards. From here, take an inhale. And as you exhale, we're going to crunch. So we're going to bring the knee and the elbow together, round your back. Good. Inhale, open up, reach forward, kick back. And exhale, again, curl in, touch the knee and elbow. One more time. Inhale, reach forward. And exhale, curl everything together. And last time, inhale, reach forward. And as you exhale, bring the hand down, bring the knee down. Good job. Send your left arm forwards. Slowly kick your right leg back. And hold here. Again, trying to find a flat lower back. So really using the core here to find that stability. And then straighten your back leg even more. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, crunch together. Inhale, straighten and reach. And exhale, curl in. Really using that right arm to support you. Inhale, open up last time. And exhale, curl in. Good. Inhale, reach forward, kick back. And exhale, lower the hand down and lower the knee down to the ground. Great job. Let's move into our first downward facing dog. So the body is, you might feel some heat building up in your body after that. We're activating the muscles. Take some movement here. Pedal the feet out. Start to wake up the lower body. Maybe even press your chest closer down towards your mat. Kind of bounce the chest up and down, stretching into your middle back. And then we'll find stillness here in our downward dog. So we're really going to start to focus on the breath now, linking some movements with the breath. Take a deep inhale through your nose and exhale out. Gaze to the top of your mat and step your feet all the way to your hands. And we'll meet each other in a ragdoll pose. So bring opposite hand to grab opposite elbow. Feel free to take a bend in the knees here. And then maybe add in some movement, rocking side to side. And see if you can lower the head even closer to your mat. So really relax the neck. Breathe for one more round of breath. And as you exhale, release your hands down to the ground. So we're going to stay folded forward. And this time, go ahead and interlace your fingertips behind your back. And then straighten your arms as much as feels okay in your body. Maybe straighten the arms a little bit more. Let the hands move towards the top of your mat. Breathe into the region between your shoulder blades. One more breath. And with your exhale, release, lower your hands down to the ground. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen your spine. Find a flat back. And as you exhale, fold, drop the head down. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. Reach the arms up. Take it nice and slow. Press the palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Relax your hands down to your sides. Inhale, again, sweep the arms up. Mountain pose, press the palms. And as you exhale, fold forward. Relax the head. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, plant the palms. Step back downward, facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up to the ceiling. And as you exhale, place your foot between your hands. Good. From here, drop your back knee down to your mat. Untuck the back toes. So press the top of your back foot into your mat. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Reach the arms up like you're trying to touch the ceiling with your fingertips, but try and keep the shoulders relaxed. Take an inhale here. Good. As you exhale, bring your palms on top of your right thigh. So we'll interlace the fingertips here. Soften your hips forward. You should start to feel a pretty good stretch in the front of your left thigh here. So breathe into that. You can gently press your palms into your right knee. Good. From here, take an inhale. And as you exhale, bring your fingertips to the ground and we'll come into a half split. So straighten your right leg. Excuse me, my cat is in the way a little bit here. He loves to join us in these yoga videos. I'm not sure what it is about them, but it seems to excite him whenever I film these. Anyways, soften into the front leg here. Take one more breath. Good. Inhale, come back forward, so bend into your right knee. Bring the hands on top of the thigh, just for one breath. And as you exhale, again, come into your half split. So straighten your front leg, flex your front foot. Again, and one last time. Inhale, come forwards, press the palms into the knee. And exhale, flow into your half split. Good. Inhale, come forwards. This time, plant the palms top of the mat. And as you exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Take an inhale here. And an exhale. Inhale, lift your left leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, place your foot between your hands. Drop your back knee down to the ground. Again, come onto the top of your back foot here. Inhale, reach the arms up, Anjaneyasana. Spread the fingertips. Breathe into the sides of your body. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, bring the palms on top of your left knee. Interlace the fingertips, just like we did on the other side. So we'll pause here for a couple breaths. Soften the hips forward. Feel the sensation in the front of your right leg. Okay, then we'll do our flow. So inhale here. And exhale, fingertips to the ground. Straighten your front leg, half split. Flex your left foot. Good. Inhale, come forwards. Bring the hands on top of the thigh. Lean back. And exhale, half split. Straighten the leg. One more time. Inhale, come forwards. And exhale, half split. Good. Inhale, bend forwards. Plant the palms next to your front foot. As you exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Gaze to the top of your mat and we'll step, or if you'd like to jump your feet forwards, feel free to do so. We'll meet at the top of the mat. Once you're there, inhale, halfway lift. And as you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms up, mountain pose. Press the palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center. All right, my friends, let's move into some sun salutations. Relax your hands down. And inhale, sweep the arms up, press the palms together, gaze up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, and we'll step back into a high plank position. Good, and from here we're going to lower all the way onto the belly, so you can either drop the knees down first, or you can keep them lifted as you slowly lower onto your belly. Once you're there, come onto the tops of your feet, so untuck the toes. Inhale, we'll start with a Bhujangasana Cobra pose. Gently pull your palms backwards as you send your chest forwards. Roll the shoulders back. Hold for 3. Keep lifting the chest up for 2. Good, and 1. Lower the chest down. Inhale, press up onto the hands and knees, tabletop position. Exhale, roll back, downward dog. Take 3 rounds of breath here. One more breath. Gaze between your hands, step or hop the feet forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, mountain pose. Exhale, fold all the way down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Lift your chest, gaze in front of you. Exhale, plant the palms, step back into your chaturanga. So this time we'll move right into that low plank position. Knees can lower or stay lifted. Inhale, upward dog. This time lift your knees, roll the shoulders back. Exhale, roll back, downward facing dog. Good, pause here, take 2 breaths. One more breath. Good. And again, gaze forward, step or float the feet between your hands. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold all the way down to the ground. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, plant the palms, step back into your chaturanga. Bend the elbows. Good, inhale, straighten the arms. Maybe lift the chin a little bit here. And as you exhale, roll back, downward dog. Just take 1 round of breath here. At the bottom of your exhale, gaze forward, step or hop forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. And this time, exhale, hands to heart center. Good job, guys. Relax your hands down to your sides. We'll do 1 sun B. So bring your big toes together. Drop your hips down to the ground. Extend the arms up. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Soften the shoulders. Drop the hips even lower. Good, and now see if you can feel the sensation in your legs. Squeeze the inner thighs together. And just notice how the legs feel compared to the rest of the body. You probably feel them working pretty hard here. That's normal. Just observe for 3, 2, feel for 1 more breath. Good. Exhale, straighten the legs, fold forward. Notice how the sensation changes. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, and we'll take a vinyasa here. So we'll step back into our chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up to the ceiling. And as you exhale, step it between your hands, top of the mat. Good. From here, plant your back foot so it's flat on the mat behind you at a 45-degree angle. So it's pointing towards the left side of your mat and a little bit forwards. Right, so from here, inhale, rise up, warrior one, reach the arms up. So we'll bend pretty deeply into the front knee. We want to get the front knee as close to stacking on top of the ankle as we can. And it might not be perfect. Every body is different, right? But just use that as a general guideline for this pose. Bending that right knee over the ankle. See if you can pull your right hip even further backwards. Good, and hold here for one more breath. And as you exhale, plant the palms. Your choice here. You can either step straight back into downward dog, or if you want to add in another vinyasa, we'll move into our low plank position. Inhale into upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, step it through. Plant the back foot flat down. Again, at a bit of an angle. And when you're ready, inhale, we'll rise up, warrior one. So again, find that position of the left knee. Try and distribute the weight equally through both sides of your front foot. So notice if your weight is more towards the pinky toe side or if it's more towards the big toe side. Try and get the right knee directly in the middle of your foot. Take one more breath. And as you exhale, plant the palms. And again, either step straight back or add in a vinyasa here. Good job. From here, drop your knees to the ground. Take a child's pose. Set the hips back. So you probably feel the shoulders are pretty energized, maybe a little bit tired after all of that. The breath might be a little choppy. You might feel warmth inside the body, especially your upper body, and all that is perfectly normal. Just take a couple breaths, see how much you can slow the breath down in these couple moments here. Take one more deep breath. Good, and we'll meet back in downward dog. You might hear my cat meowing in the background. It's Prana's dinner time, so he's not happy that I'm busy right now and I can't feed him. All right, inhale, lift the right leg up to the ceiling. Let's keep adding on to our sequence here. Exhale, step the foot between your hands. Plant your back foot flat on the mat, just like we did before. Good. And this time, inhale, rise up, warrior number two. Find a nice, your arms are like a line here. Everything is in a straight line. The pelvis is right in the middle of your feet. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Reach your right arm back. Slide your back hand down your back leg. Maybe gaze up towards your top hand. Lengthen through the right side of your body as much as you can. Good. From here, come back into that warrior two position. Good. And from here, we're going to transition into triangle pose. So straighten your front leg. Reach your right arm forwards and then lower your right hand down towards the ground. So a couple options. You can either grab your right ankle with your right hand, or you can bring your fingertips down to your mat, or if you have a block, you can even bring the hand down to a block here. And then the left arm is going to reach directly overhead. Arms are in one straight line, but they're reaching in opposite directions. And then one really important part of triangle pose that we often forget about is that we want to lengthen both sides of the body towards the top of the mat. So instead of like lifting up through the chest, we want to lengthen the chest all the way through the crown of the head towards the top of the mat. Hold here, pull back through your front knee. Yeah, and take one more breath. Good. From here, keep reaching up through your top arm. Bend into your right knee, and then slide your right hand so that it's about 6 inches in front of your right foot. Now, if you have a block, you can grab a block. Otherwise, just keep your fingertips on the ground, and we're going to move into half moon Ardha Chandrasana, so the back leg lifts. So you can either be on your fingertips or your right hand can be flat on a block here. Extend your lifted leg as much as you can. Really feel those muscles engage in that leg. And then start to twist open through your shoulder. Maybe even gaze up towards your top hand if you feel steady. For 3, don't forget about your breath. 2, and 1. Good job. We're going to bend into the right knee and step your left foot all the way to the back of the mat. So we're back in that position where we started. Good job. From here, lower that left hand down to the ground. Straighten your front leg. Point your front toes towards the left side of your mat, and we're in a wide-legged forward fold position. From here, bring your hands towards the ground, about shoulder width distance apart on your mat. Inhale, lengthen the spine, lift your chest, gaze in front of you. And as you exhale, fold forward, drop the head down to the ground. Straighten your legs as much as you can. See if you can soften your neck even more. Take 3 deep breaths. One more breath. Good. Inhale, straighten your arms, lift your chest. And as you exhale, crawl the hands to the top of the mat, spin your front foot so it faces forward, and I'll meet you back in downward dog. So you can either step back or take your vinyasa back. Awesome job so far. Let's do the left side. Inhale, lift your left leg up to the ceiling. Exhale, step your foot forwards, plant the back foot, and inhale, rise up, warrior 2. Notice where you feel the stretch here. You'll feel the arms working, you'll feel the legs working, but see if you can feel the stretch in the back inner thigh as you bend into your front knee. Might be pretty subtle, but you should be able to feel it a little bit here. And inhale, reverse, reach the left arm back. Lengthen all the way from your left hip through the left fingertips. One more breath. And slowly come back, warrior 2, arrive here. Straighten the front leg, reach the left arm forwards, and then drop it down, Trikonasana triangle pose. So again, whatever you took on the other side, in terms of where the left hand is going to go, take that here. And then again, remember what we were focusing on. So we want to lengthen the sides of the body towards the top of the mat. And then we're gently spinning open through the top shoulder, just enough so that the top arm stacks on top of the bottom arm. So we're not twisting open as much as we can, but just enough so that the body is in a straight line. Then maybe gaze up towards the top hand if that feels okay on the neck. Take 2 more breaths. Good. Keep reaching the right arm up, bend into your left knee. Slide your left hand forwards. And again, if you're using a block, go ahead and grab the block again here. Otherwise, keep the fingertips on the ground as you lift your back leg, half moon pose. Find the stability in your left leg. Stay grounded through all 4 corners of your left foot. And then work your way up. Focus on the top arm. See if you can spiral it open a little bit more. Maybe gaze up. Straighten your right leg as much as you can for 3, 2, and 1. Again, we're going to slowly come back to where we started. Bend into your left knee, land your right foot down, and lower the right hand down. Crawl the fingertips over to the right side of your mat. And again, we're in this wide-legged forward fold position here. Drop the head. This time bring your right hand and go ahead and grab your outer left ankle with the hand. And then inhale, reach the left arm up, coming into a little twist. Spiral open here for 3. Breathing deep for 2. And 1. Lower the left hand down and we'll go the other way. So the left hand is going to grab the right ankle. And the elbow can rest on the mat or it can stay lifted, whatever feels good for you. Inhale, reach the right arm up. Breathe into the inner thighs and the backs of your legs for 3, 2, and 1. Lower the right hand down. Plant the palms on the mat. Inhale, straighten the arms. Look forward. Exhale, walk the hands forward. And again, let's meet back in downward dog, whatever route you'd like to take to get back there. Awesome work. All right, gaze between the hands, step or hop the feet forwards. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up to stand. And exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, let's move into a couple balancing poses. We'll start with the tree pose. So go ahead and lift your right foot. Option 1, keep your right toes on your mat and just bring your right heel to your left ankle. Hands can be at heart center or you can reach them up. If that's easy for you, option to bring the foot to the ankle with the toes lifted. And then third option will be to bring the foot all the way to the inner thigh. And again, hands can be at heart center or option to reach the arms up. Lock your eye gaze to one point in front of you. And keep the drishti focused on that point. Try and lift your chest a little higher, almost as if you're lifting the rib cage up to the ceiling. For 3, be as still and steady as you can. 2, 1. If the hands are reaching up, bring them down to heart center. From here, we're going to keep the right foot lifted. So go ahead and bend the right knee, bring it in front of you. Bring your left hand on top of your right knee, and then reach the right arm behind you, coming into a little twist. So you can stay here. If you'd like to take it one step further, option to grab the outer right foot with your left hand, and then straighten the right leg. So either option is gonna challenge your balance here. So no pressure to take the second option. If you're steady, option to gaze towards your back hand. Keep working to straighten your left leg for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly, gracefully come back to center and lower the right foot down. Awesome job. Luckily, that left foot gets a break. I know it's a little sore, so we'll give it a break, bring it into that tree pose to start. Again, find that point for the eyes to stay focused on. And we just do that to keep the mind focused. When we lock the eye gaze on a point in front of us, the mind also becomes a little bit steady. Keep breathing deeply for 3. Lift the chest. 2. And 1. We'll meet hands at heart center. Good. From here, lift the left knee in front of you. Bring the right hand on top of the left knee. And we'll come into our twist. So the left arm is going to reach behind you. Try and keep the hips facing the front of your mat as you twist back. So we're just twisting through the torso and the upper body here. So your choice, stay here or bring the right hand to grab the outer left foot and then maybe play with extending the leg in front of you. And again, see if you can straighten that right leg as much as you can. Maybe gaze backwards. Don't forget about the breath for 3, 2, and 1. Slowly come back to center and lower down. Good job. Bring the big toes together, top of your mat. And let that go. Inhale, take a big sweep up with the arms. And as you exhale, take your fold here. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the palms, and I'll meet you back in downward dog. All right. Inhale, lift your heels. Come onto the tips of your toes. Exhale, wave the body forward to a high plank position, just for a moment. And drop your knees down to your mat. And come all the way up onto the knees. So we'll untuck the toes. Tops of the feet are going to be pressing into the mat. We'll come into a little back bend, camel pose. So the hands come to the lower back. Thumbs are facing towards the sides of your body. Other fingers are facing towards the spine. And at your own pace, gently start to drop the head back as you gently press the hips forward. And also see if you can lift your chest up towards the ceiling to encourage a bend in the thoracic spine. So the middle of your back is pressing up towards the ceiling. Soften your throat. You can stay here, or if you want to come deeper, option to bring the hands to the heels. Take 3 more breaths. One more breath. And if your hands are on the heels, go ahead, bring your hands back to the lower back. And wherever you are, start to slowly make your way back up. All right, and we'll come to a seated position. Legs will be facing the top of your mat. Big toes are together. Press the backs of your knees down into the ground. So we really want to engage the legs before we fold forward. So try and keep that engagement in your legs here. Inhale, sweep your arms up. And as you exhale, forward fold. Drop the head down. Use your breath to relax the body. Feel inside of your body. Feel the sensation in the backs of your legs. You might feel a little bit of a stretch in your lower back. And see if you can relax the neck even more. Drop the nose a little closer down towards your knees. Take one more breath here. And as you inhale, slowly start to rise back up. And from here, we'll cross the ankles and roll onto the back. And just go ahead and bring your hands to your knees. You can keep the ankles crossed or you can uncross them, whatever feels more comfortable. Just take a couple rolls side to side, massaging your lower back. And then find stillness. And we'll take a supine figure 4 stretch. So we'll cross the right ankle on top of the left thigh. And then from here, you can bring your fingertips to grab the back of your left knee. I like to interlace the fingertips here. And then gently start to pull the right leg towards your body. So you can use the arms to pull back, and you can also use your left leg to kind of pull back, but just until you feel a stretch in that right hip. Once you start to feel a good stretch, hang out there. It's never about how deep we can stretch or what pose we're able to tackle in our yoga practice. All of that stuff is just superficial. What really is important in our yoga practice is to really become more aware of what's happening inside the body, to build a relationship between the mind and the body from moment to moment. So in each pose, we really want to notice all the different parts of the body, what they're doing. And a lot of the cues that we use in yoga isn't to get perfect alignment. It's really to focus on the alignment as a means of building the mindfulness muscles in our mind. So wherever you are in your practice is a great place to be. Take one more breath here. Good, and then we'll switch sides. Left ankle crosses over the right leg. And again, just come to that point of tension where you feel like you've hit your edge in terms of the intensity of the stretch, and soften into it. Notice from moment to moment how the sensation changes in the left hip. From a very gross level, it may seem like the sensation is the same from moment to moment. It might not seem like it's changing much, but when you really take some deep breaths and anchor your mind into that sensation, you might start to feel on a more subtle level that it is changing from moment to moment. Take 2 more deep breaths here. Good, and then release your left leg and hug the knees into the chest for a moment. And then extend your left leg towards the top of your mat. Keep the right knee hugging into the chest. With your left hand, gently start to guide the right knee over to the left side of your mat. And then open your right arm to the right side of your mat, coming into a supine twist. You can gaze over the right shoulder, Relax the right ear towards the ground. One more breath here. And slowly start to twist your way back to center. And we'll switch legs. So the right leg will be straight, left knee hugs into the chest. Right hand is going to guide the left knee open to the right side. And the left arm will open to the left side. Eye gaze over the left shoulder. So this is the part of practice where we're just letting everything slow down. Letting the mind slow down, giving it some space. The body isn't working as hard. We're giving our nervous system the opportunity to kind of slow down and reset. Take one more breath. And twist back to center. Hug both knees into the chest. And this time, wrap your arms around the legs. And lift your forehead up to the knees. So really squeezing into a tight little ball with your body. Round the back. Use your core to really crunch everything together here. This is our last moment of effort in this class. So really give it your all. Take a deep inhale through the nose. And exhale out through the mouth. And open up like a starfish. Extend your legs. Relax your hands down. Shavasana pose. Our final resting posture of our practice. So take any adjustments that you need to get yourself as comfortable as you can on your back. You can close the eyes. And just take a moment to acknowledge yourself for putting in all that work. It's not easy to make time for our yoga practice and to get ourselves to show up. So, amazing job. Nourishing your body and your mind. And this is the time to let go. So give yourself permission to do so. Just for a couple moments. Feel your elbows resting on your mat. Feel the backs of the legs, the back of the head. Notice the front of the body. Take a deep breath in through the nose and let it out through the mouth. Wiggle your fingertips, wiggle your toes, maybe even make some circles with the wrists and the ankles. And with another breath, reach the arms overhead. Take a full body stretch. You might press the backs of your hands down into the ground, kind of lift your hips up to the ceiling, creating a little bit of a back bend here. Hug your knees into your chest. Roll onto either side of your body, left or right. We'll come into a fetal position. Ear will rest on top of your shoulder. Pause here for a moment. And then make your way all the way up to a seated position. Keep your eyes closed. You can either find a cross-legged position, or you can come onto your knees, or you can sit on top of a block. Find a nice tall spine. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. And just start to notice the breath. See if you can feel the sensation of the breath as it comes in your nose and as it goes out your nose. Don't try and control your breath anymore, so just let the natural rhythm of your breath unfold here. And we're just trying to feel the inhale as it comes in and the exhale as it goes out. Notice the temperature of the air as it comes in compared to as it goes out. Is it warmer on the inhale, or is it cooler with the inhale compared to the exhale? See if you can notice the point of stillness between the inhale and the exhale, and also the point of stillness between the exhale and the next inhale. Whenever the mind starts to wander off, think about something else, just bring it right back to the breath without judgment. From here, bring the hands to heart center, press the palms into each other, feel the warmth between your hands. And whether this was your first time taking class with me, or if you're returning to my channel, I just want to express my gratitude towards you for allowing me to guide you through your practice, for trusting me to guide you through this flow today. We'll finish with one deep breath in through the nose, and exhale, let it out the mouth. And thanks so much, guys. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. Namaste. Thanks so much, friends. Again, my name is Mike. I hope you enjoyed this practice. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, I'm always open to it, so feel free to drop me a comment. Hit the like button if you enjoyed it, and hit the subscribe button if you'd like to see more videos in the future. I'm really going to make an effort to upload at least one video per week. So I'm going to really put my all into that to give you guys as many videos as I can to enjoy. Thanks so much. I'll see you next time. Namaste.